Hi Aquarius, how are you doing? So what does Aquarius need to know today? What does Aquarius need to know? Aquarius. Right, okay, 3 cards and then we'll do the changing aspects. So this is the Mystical Cat Tarot. You'll find the description in the affiliate links if you enjoy this pack. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. We're going to follow this off with the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck to further meditate and contemplate on messages. So Aquarius, what is the first aspect we need to know? 6 of Sky. So this is very much about walking away when you know you're at a losing battle. Sometimes when you dwell that thought in your head or the memory of something, and the way of thinking has not really coming about. It's not giving you the satisfaction that you may have thought it could have done. So moving away from the memory and saying, okay, enough is enough. I've tried and dashed and bashed and all the rest of it, this thought process, and I'm not getting anywhere. I may as well just leave it. So taking your experiences in a grumpy manner may be better than staying in something that doesn't really serve you. Wow, what's going on with you guys? So you have the 5 of Sky as well. So there is something seriously going on in your life about conflicts and decision making and how you fit in. Sometimes we can move away from things that we don't fit in or no longer serve us. And sometimes we can be downtrodden and forced to do things that we don't necessarily want to do. So coming along to a new situation and we're feeling lost, we're feeling picked on, we're feeling lonely, and it just doesn't suit. So this is the time to walk away from what thoughts and what process, and sometimes emotionally we've been in anxiety or depression, or we've been very down on ourselves, and all these thought processes, they're not serving us any good whatsoever. So instead of fighting with ourselves, what we're going to do instead, what are we going to replace those thoughts with? Well, you have the 4 of Fire here. So this is cooperating with many aspects. Seeing the light and seeing the fun and celebrating who you are will give way to a more sense of peace. So it's like a mini celebration that things could just square off and be in the secure way of thinking. So you can see these 2 cats here, they're more lazy. So it's instead of struggling with decision making and thought process, it's having a look at it, observing and not really acting. So it is a form of celebrating who you are and the next step forward. So for yourself, you've got the Earth Kitten. So maybe you've been in a quandary over money situations or the practicality. This kitten is very curious, so it wants to know its surroundings and what use of the world is useful to it and what is a danger to it. So you need to kind of assess the value of your life, beginning to understand the new opportunities. When things are difficult and you have to move away from that way of thinking, it's adapting. So maybe you've decided to go into a field where it's just so foreign to you. You would never have thought to do that. So this is an ability to understand what's going on around you and heal an aspect that needs healing. So for yourself, this is very healing and understanding of your environment at the moment. So Aquarius, what else is going on? Now you cats, you step behave. So there is this Seven of Sea. With Seven of Sea, the illusion of friends and family or a situation around you could be a little daunting. So when it feels wrong, it is wrong. So the illusion and pretense that could be going on in your life surrounding certain aspects needs to be looked at wholly. So when you have to make a decision, is it through imagination or is it the reality? So this cat has to almost pop the bubbles to be able to see the truth. So what emotions do you need to let go of? And what are real and what is kind of not so real? So having a look at that is important. So you've got the stars cat. The stars cat is a great cat to really look up and know that there is a greater being and a greater existence than the cat itself. The new thought process and the memories of something that's not applicable will have an effect of what you wish for now. So your self-belief is very important to understand that environments do change, things change, and your very nature is going to change if you allow it to do so. So being in a stronger element and making decisions to walk away from things that perhaps are very challenging to do so is very applicable today. So sometimes memories that we think of aren't as good as we actually think they are. So let's have a look at your oracle card, Aquarius. And see what's going on. Okay, so you have self-love. This is vitally important, as you all perhaps know. If you don't love yourself, accepting yourself and protect yourself, then you are really doing yourself a disfavor. So other people's opinions, whether it's family, friends, work colleagues, society in general, or even yourself, you have to protect yourself and learn to honor yourself. You're a very special person. You've chosen to be here at this moment in time through all the challenges and all the heartache, and understand yourself and give yourself that love. Just imagine that it's the last day of your life and you're looking back and you're saying to yourself, why did I struggle at that time when I knew round the corner such joy and happiness and love was going to be? I wish I'd loved myself a little bit more at that time. Then I would know that things are so easy and so blessed. So have a look at that now. What does self-love really mean to you? And how can you free yourself from the poison that's in your life, that you're damaging yourself perhaps a little bit too much? So I wish you well, Aquarius, and do catch me on the live feed and ask a question if you like, but mainly lots of love to you, and try and be gentle and kind in the progress of life. Thank you for listening. Do take care.